So basically, the doctor told me that I'm 5 centimeters dilated and that this could have just happened overnight. They really don't know how long it's been, but there's no chance for survival. And me and my husband were really upset about it. And right now I'm on medication and stuff. But I really feel like this could have been completely avoided. As many times I've been to the doctor, and y'all know I just recently went on like Friday, and now I'm here faced with this. And they even asked me if after I give birth, if I wanted to hold the baby. I really don't think I would be able to like live with myself, and that I would be scarred for life if I did do it. But I might feel the same way if I didn't. I don't know. I just don't understand why would God bless me with this beautiful baby in pregnancy just to be taken from me. Right now they're waiting to see what my body's gonna do. And I would really look like death, but when you face a situation like this, everything else seems minute. The worst part of it all is I felt like I was in labor and I had cramps and everything. And I still took my family to the airport. It's their first family vacation. And I just had to break the news to them. And they can't be here to support me because they're out there in Florida. And I didn't want to have to tell them. But God's will be done. I just ask the Lord to have his way. I got home yesterday. I would say around like, I don't know, like 5. I basically needed a blood transfusion before I had to leave because I had lost so much blood the night before from pushing. And I basically delivered her like you would deliver a normal newborn baby. I had a push and everything. And since the placenta wouldn't come out afterwards, like he kept prying all these tools inside of me over and over, and it just hurt so bad. And I mean, the whole experience was just awful. And I think like they said she was 142 grams and like 19 centimeters, I think. And she was 5 ounces. And I just couldn't stop crying because she looked so much like her dad. And she basically was just still moving and still breathing. And, you know, the whole time, I mean, I'm not at all mad at God. I just question him, like, why did we have to go through this? It was supposed to be the 3 of us. That's what we were always planning and hoping for. But I know that God is using us right now, and he's using me to help other people, because people would probably say, why is she recording all of this? Isn't it too soon for this? Like, she shouldn't be putting this stuff out here. And people will always have something to say, but I really don't want anybody else to have to go through this in the future. Only 2% of women who are pregnant go through this, so every 1 in 100 pregnant women will have an incompetent cervix, which is basically a weakened cervix. They don't know what causes it, which was making me mad because the doctors had no answers for what was going on. They basically just kept saying how like they didn't know and they're sorry for everything. my family couldn't be there because that was the same exact day that I had took them to the airport. That I had basically went into labor. I had dropped my sisters off, and I was in so much pain the whole time because I was in labor. I was in labor a few days before that, and I didn't even know. But the worst part is, I had went to the doctor that Friday and told him I was having really bad cramping, and I was having really bad, like, like pain in my lower back and my glutes and my hips and stuff. And I was having spotting too. And he just said that basically the cervix was fine. Everything felt really tight. And that he had to have known something, because I literally had symptoms the day before I even went to the doctor. So I had symptoms that Thursday. I went to the doctor that Friday. And then Wednesday is the day that I basically went to the hospital and told them that I was basically in so much pain. And then they said that I was 4.5 centimeters dilated. And normally if you go into early labor and you 2 centimeters dilated, they can apply a stench at the bottom of your cervix to help you continue on with the rest of your pregnancy. But mine was already open so big that there was nothing they can do, and that basically my baby was just going to be delivered early. And so this whole situation has been hard. I mean, I just got home yesterday, and it was the first night I felt empty because I didn't even feel her like kicking. I didn't feel her kicking inside of me, and I don't have like a stomach anymore. So that was tough going to sleep at night, like having my husband hold me, and usually he'll put his hand on my stomach. And this time, like, I basically didn't have a belly. I didn't feel her moving because she's not here anymore. And I know she's in a better place now, but I just hate that so many other families have to go through this too. And I just want to warn people out there, like, if you have early signs or symptoms, like if you have spotting in your second trimester, or if you have really bad lower back pain, or you have really heavy abdominal weight, like you just feel really tired and your abdomen just feels heavy, then you should probably have your doctor to like make sure that your cervix isn't weak, because there's no way they can know ahead of time like if you have it or not until you're pregnant. And then that's when they will know if you do or not, and it's after your first trimester. So the most common times that you could experience that is anywhere from like 16 to 20 weeks. And of course I was 17 weeks, so I was almost through halfway through my pregnancy. And she was healthy, she was beautiful, she was looking like her dad, she was long. She was so adorable. And they said that I have no worries as to if I can have kids in the future. I can, but I have to get a corsage done, and basically it just supports your uterus so you could be able to hold a baby in the future and you could carry it to full term. So I know that we can have babies, but I just really want to heal. I really want to make sure I'm in the right mental state before I do that. Yeah, they said if we wanted to try by the summertime we can, but I just really want to take my time. And for those who didn't know, the baby's name was Callie Aaliyah McDowell. And I just ask that you guys continue to pray for us and just spread this video everywhere, share it everywhere. If you want to help in some kind of way, shape, or form, I will link like a GoFundMe account to this, to where if you want to donate to help with the burial process or anything that has to do with it, because I haven't worked this whole time because I've been having complications during my pregnancy. You can find ways to help. But the number one way is just to pray for me and my husband, and just allow that time for us so that we can get through this tough time. And basically by spreading the message to other people so they can know too. But that's basically it, and thank you guys in advance.